Alright, let's do this. Happy Thanksgiving. I did something different than I normally do. And I've been saying it pretty much all year long because you guys have been putting up with me. That, it's you! Normally I have Thursday, Fridays off, and we are, I'd like to think that I'm doing a favor for a friend. But it's, you know, in the end, it's for the money, and probably not really worth it. They got themselves into a little bit of a pickle, so I'm helping out. I'm a helpful person. Commute 110, I think. I don't even know what that one is. I'm just making it up. I'm sorry. I'm just joking. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna click on 110, see if I actually say, like, I'm a helpful person. It's one of my flaws. There is a video with that, and I've said it a couple of times, but I haven't really talked about it. But more early on, I talked about the whole thing, about my nature, and the scorpion and the frog. And most people see themselves as scorpions. And I am eternally the frog, because my nature is to be helpful, to my detriment, where I would carry a stupid scorpion on my back every single time. And I can't even put my finger on it. That's what makes it even really weird. I have been called the selfish asshole, so, but I don't even think the person who called me that really understood, you know, like what I was trying to do. But in the end, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I try to make it always beneficial. I try to, like, you know, heed the warning signs, and not get caught up in it. And a lot of times I need help. Most people mistake my generosity, my kindness, as my weakness. And it's just who I am. Whether it makes me a weak person or not. I know I certainly don't lose any sleep over the fact that when somebody tells me that I'm getting taken advantage of, I nix it. I don't worry. I don't worry if they're going to be okay. I can't be coerced, and it's so really weird. It's got to be that I want to be helpful, and if I don't want to be helpful anymore, there's nothing in the universe that can change that. It's my nature. But yeah, I could easily put myself in a dangerous situation and not even realize like how far deep it goes. I'm better at it now. I wasn't very good. I'm lucky I survived the younger time. But I was definitely not good at it then. I think most people just thought I was fucking annoying. But you'd have to ask them. I'll be right back. Guys looking at me weird because there's a truck that was parked catty corner, and I could have just like gone into like both spaces, but what I did was I parked closer to them. Too funny. So I don't even know what I'm talking about. Me being weird, I think. Oh. So even though it's your nature, it's still not who you are. Again, you're going to have to discover that on your own. describe it. I know that for me, it was very freeing. I had always been told to conform, to follow the rules, to just keep in line, don't make waves. I mean, I would have been a horrible soldier. I would have. That's just who I am. And I fought it. I tried to be that dutiful, the dutiful son, and it might be where my helpful nature, my need to want to belong comes from. But you gotta strip down beyond that. You gotta strip down even this. It's like I was saying, like, even though I have a helpful nature, I have a helpful nature to my detriment, but there are times when I'm not helpful and I don't have a drive to be helpful. Where I could be a condescending, sarcastic asshole. And I'll own that. I'll definitely own that. That's definitely was one of my walls that I was able to put up. But yeah, so all my life I've always been told, keep in line, work hard. And every now and again they would throw in the just be yourself. And I thought that meant I could just be myself. I thought that always meant that I could just be myself. Using Star Trek. I think I used Star Wars last time. Using Star Trek fandom as an example, I was part of a thing called Starfleet Academy. Ooh! It was probably like a million different chapters of it. They all connected to each other somehow, some way. We all met at conventions and did all these things. Paintball. There's a later in it. I was actually told to be less enthusiastic about Star Trek. So you know. This coming from a person who built a captain's chair, from the original series in his basement. And he lived with his mom. That's what I was a kid, so he was an adult. That's what they told me to be, is less enthusiastic. Be myself. Love Star Trek. but don't be as enthusiastic as you are. So, I played paintball. And I got picked to be the bad guys. So I was the Klingons. When we were the Klingons in this paintball game, they rallied me up. They made me enthusiastic. They let it, you know, I could be whatever I wanted to be. I could, you know, do all the crazy things that I wanted to do. I wasn't in Starfleet Academy. I resigned from Starfleet Academy because I told them that's not for me. You guys are freaking like not letting me be me. And I joined the Klingon fandom. I went to conventions. I still have a full Klingon outfit. Probably doesn't fit me anymore. But that's okay, I still have it. But I made all my own props, I made everything like that. You know, I actually won costume contest. Not with Star Trek. I remember the first costume contest I entered when they were doing like, you have to have the original stuff and everything like that. And you know, one of the main things that they said is, you know, how much of it did you build? And I said 100%. And they let me in on it, but when I stepped on stage, I got booed. But when I did Comic-Con, the same freaking outfit, I actually placed. Third, but I placed. But I was the only Star Trek costume that even... I'm trying to think if I was the only Star Trek costume there. I think I was. I thought I belonged with the Klingons. I thought I was one of them. Turns out I really wasn't. They asked me to leave. With my head down low, I tried to join Starfleet Academy again, and I was denied. So I really was never, it turns out that I never really was a part of it. My love for Star Trek, you know, is not my love for the fandom. to most people's dismay. And I still have people, when I was in California, I still made Star Trek props, stuff like that. I made Star Wars props, I made Firefly props, made Farscape props. I was never really a part of the actual group. Any of them. I stood by Firefly, since it got canceled. I watched it, the season that it came out. I loved it. I always even said, especially like when I'm with Star Trek geeks, is like this Firefly is the show that Gene Roddenberry originally pitched to the networks, the wagon train to the stars. And it's like nobody saw it. I think people did. I've not had any major discussions about it, but I think people did like recognize that. I don't think I was the only one that saw that. I'm almost positive that Joss Whedon saw that. Basically, he made a Western in space. Very happy for the movie, and I was even enthusiastic for the game that never came out. Oh, there was a game that came out, not very good. They had another game that they were going to do, Firefly Online. It was vaporware, and I don't think it's not going to be like Duke Nukem where, even, it's been a long fucking time. Since they introduced the game. But giving the game its due, it's the reason why I have a Steam account. I wouldn't have a Steam account without it. And still the Firefly Codex, I still have that listed in my games. I didn't remove it. I think there is a part of me that still holds out hope that they will finally release the game. I know Ron Glass is gone, and the rest of the actors are all, they're not where they were when they did the show, or even where they were when they did the movie. Serenity, but I always wanted to be a 9/11 that captain has a ragtag crew and everything like that. And I actually wanted to have people part of my crew and create this stuff with me. None of that materialized. If I discovered streaming back then, it would be the game. It would be the game that I was known for. Been beating around the bush. So what it is that I have never, I can't even think of it, even 40K, which I did for many years, even Dungeons and Dragons, which I did for many years. I have never felt like I belong. I have never felt I'm their go-to person for anything. In fact, I definitely felt that there was stuff happening and I wasn't invited to. It wasn't until I discovered streaming, so doing this. It's been 4 years. Did I ever feel like I belong to a community? An amazing community. And I know we pretend that each person has, each streamer has their own community and stuff like that, but it's not. I don't see. I will never see it as my community. I will always see it as either our community or the streaming community. And I have a rather large family in the streaming community. And there's people that I would do anything for. All they have to do is ask. Always wonder if they would do the same for me. And I don't even want to test it. It's not something that I experiment. I don't want to know the answer. I don't want them to say no. Not you. I did hit a few hiccups with people telling me that I was too old for this. I did have a few hiccups where people told me that, maybe this isn't right for you. But I was like going, wait a second. This is right for me. I'm not right for you. That's really what it boiled down to. And I can understand that. I can definitely take in that, like, most people would never sit through one of these videos. I can't even imagine those normies, don't get it. And yeah, and the normies make up the largest group of it. I mean, probably 90%. Maybe even 95%. I definitely know that there are definitely people out there, who are fans of streamers, and that's it. Whether they have a parasocial relationship or not, that's it. They just want to be part of the greater thing. They just want to be a kind of like a number in the whole thing. I firmly believe that a large group of people just want to be that. I firmly believe that. I just realized I drove without my lights on. I had my lights on to the store, and then I drove without my lights on. It's what it is. And the people who've watched this video all the way up to this point, anybody who'd watch this video up to this point, whether you're commuting in or not, whether you're just driving down the road and you have this playing, or decide to take a break from TikTok and this video comes up. I mean, whatever it is. But if you get to this point in this video, I think you're definitely in the minority. You are definitely a special person. You mean a lot to me. You really do. And I wish I drew a few of you. Even if today is the day you found me. Because that's how much more you need to me than everybody else. Pretty much all 388. Not more than other people who watch this video. Just that. And what most people don't realize is that this is all original content. This is it. You're getting 100% original content, which is what I always believed this should be. I know I pick on games and stuff like that, and I play games. There's plenty of streams of me having games on, playing games. There's nothing wrong with playing games and streaming it. Nothing. gotta realize that like you're part of, you know, thousands of people doing the exact same thing. And I don't care how big up on the echelon you are. You know, it's not. It still won't. It can't ever be original content. I don't know how to say else, but this is what I'm very, very grateful for. And again, could be one, could be two people. Thank you. You mean everything to me. You really do. And I can't do this without you. But that's where I belong. I don't belong seeking more things. I don't belong, you know, stuck in the fucking drama. I don't belong anywhere else in the streaming community except here. This is it. And it's not mine, which is great. Which most people would think, like, what do you mean? Maybe they don't. I don't know. As always, cool beans in the comments below. It doesn't have to be cool beans. It could be whatever you want to put. I just say cool beans because you might not know what to write. And I'm just giving you something you could write. But you can write whatever you want. Let me know you're there. Like I said, I've said this a million times. YouTube doesn't tell me who my viewers are. You're the one who can tell me who my viewers are. And maybe it helps an algorithm, maybe it helps freaking monetization, but I'm not getting paid for this. So it's just me. And even when I get paid for this, I do not want to change this routine. I do not want to chase something ever. And I tried it, and it didn't really work out all that well. I didn't even like streaming after a while when I was trying to get viewers and, you know, do this whole thing. And maybe a lot of people who are subscribed from that push. I think it was my, you know, when I was doing a lot more streaming, it was mostly on Twitch, but when I was doing a lot more streaming, I definitely had a bigger, you know, influx of people, and I think I kind of led them astray, because I don't think that they want to be the type of person that watches somebody drive to work and just spew whatever comes to the mind. I don't think that they were ready for that, or sing badly, or, you know, I don't think they signed up for that. The mindless gameplay was maybe what they signed up for, and I don't know. I never want to play a game where I don't have contact with you. And that's where it boils down to. So wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're having a happy, happy, happy Thanksgiving. And even if you don't celebrate Thanksgiving, just remember I'm very thankful. Not just today, but every day that you decided to watch. So every day is my Thanksgiving. Alright, so take care. And definitely be well. Be safe.